You were not born by accident. You were not placed where you are by chance. There is a design, a divine alignment, a holy choreography. The God who set the stars in their courses is ordering your steps, even the ones that feel uncertain, painful, or silent. The world may seem chaotic, your path unclear, but the truth remains. God is not random. He is a God of order. He is not distant. He is the God who leads. The journey you're walking may feel uncertain. You may not know where the road leads or why you've had to walk through valleys you never asked for, but I want to declare this to your spirit today. Asterisk, your journey is not random, it's righteous. Asterisk, God does not operate in coincidence. He is the author and finisher of your faith, and He does not write chapters without purpose. The very steps you've taken, even the ones that seemed like stumbles, the ones soaked in tears, the ones that led you into silence, were seen, permitted, and woven into His plan. You may have thought you were wandering, but heaven calls it walking. You may have felt forgotten, but heaven was forming. What looked like delays were really alignments. What felt like rejection was redirection. And what you thought was the end was only a turning point toward destiny. The Bible doesn't say the steps of a perfect man are ordered by the Lord. It says the steps of a righteous man. Righteous doesn't mean flawless. It means surrendered. It means willing to follow, even when you don't have all the answers. It means trusting when your eyes don't see, but your heart still believes. God is not asking you to understand every turn. He's asking you to trust the one who sees the whole map. He is guiding you not just to a destination, but through a process, a holy refining, a shaping of your character, a preparation for what's ahead, because the path you're on is not just about where you're going. It's about asterisk who you're becoming asterisk. So don't despise the road, don't curse the process, don't quit the journey, because every step is ordered, every mile is marked, every detour is designed. You are not wandering, you are walking in righteousness. And that means your journey is not a mistake, it's a move of God. Every wilderness is not a punishment, it's a passage. It is not the end of your story. It's a necessary chapter in it. When God delivers, He does not always lead you by the shortest route. He leads you by the right one, and more often than not, that road winds through a wilderness. Israel wasn't led out of Egypt straight into the promised land. No, they were led into the desert, not by accident, not by rebellion, but by divine design. Why? Because the wilderness is the place where God breaks the patterns of slavery and builds the foundations of sonship. The wilderness strips away every illusion of self-reliance. It silences the noise of Egypt still echoing in your heart. It is in the desert that you learn that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. It is in the barren places that you realize He is your sustainer, your portion, your provider, your presence. You don't discover who God is when everything is full. You discover Him when everything is empty, when the wells have dried up, when the cloud seems still, when the night feels long and the manna doesn't look like much. It is then you discover He is more than enough. Don't despise the wilderness. Don't run from it. It is holy ground. It is where the bush burns. It is where the waters part. It is where the law is written on tablets and hearts. The wilderness is not wasted. It is where God prepares you for the promise. He doesn't just want to bring you into the land. He wants to prepare you to stand in it. You may be walking through dry places. You may feel forgotten or delayed, but I tell you today, if you're in the wilderness, you are still in the will of God. You are still being led. Even the desert is part of the design. He's not punishing you. He's purifying you. He's not forsaking you. He's forming you. And when you come out, you will come out with fire in your bones, manna in your testimony, and a history with God that no devil in hell can erase. Because every wilderness is part of the way, there are moments prepared for you, waiting just beyond what you can see, not accidents, not coincidences, divine appointments, set by the hand of God himself. When you walk with God, you're not walking aimlessly. You're moving in alignment with a timetable heaven has already written. Long before you faced the trial, he scheduled the breakthrough. Long before you cried the prayer, he arranged the answer. There are meetings in your future that were ordained before you ever took your first breath. Think of Ruth. She wasn't trying to be seen or noticed. She was just being faithful. She went to glean in a field, not knowing it was the very place where redemption would meet her. She didn't know that Boaz was waiting. She didn't need to chase favor. Favor was already written into her path. Think of David. He was just delivering bread and cheese to his brothers, a small task, a mundane errand. But on that battlefield was Goliath, and in that moment was his divine appointment. One act of obedience positioned him for recognition, promotion, and purpose. God is still setting divine appointments. You don't have to scheme or strive to make them happen. You don't have to manipulate people or chase platforms. You don't even need to know when or where. You just need to obey the next step he gives. Because obedience leads to alignment, and alignment leads to appointment. Some of you have been waiting. You've been walking, weary and unseen. But what you don't know is that the next corner you turn may lead you straight into your moment. One encounter, one opportunity, one conversation, one open door. It can happen suddenly, but it is never random. It was set by God from the beginning. Even the delays are part of the appointment. God is not late. He's strategic. He's aligning things behind the scenes, hearts, places, people, even enemies, so that when the moment comes, everything will be ready. So don't lose heart. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep obeying. Because just ahead, heaven's clock is about to strike the hour, and when it does, you'll step into a moment so precise, so holy, so filled with purpose, you'll look back and say, "Only God could have arranged this." Divine appointments are not behind you, they are waiting ahead. Delay is not the end of your story. It's not a sign that God has forgotten you. It's not a closed door, it's a divine classroom. In the kingdom, delay is not denial, it is development. We live in a culture that craves speed, instant answers, and immediate results. But God is not a microwave. He is a master potter, and what he is forming in you cannot be rushed. If he gave you the promise without the process, it would crush you. If he opened the door before you were ready, the weight of it would break you. So he takes time, not because he's cruel, but because he cares. Look at Joseph. He had a dream, a calling, a prophetic destiny to rule and to reign. But what followed? Betrayal, slavery, imprisonment, years of waiting in silence. To the human eye, it looked like delay, like the dream had died, but in heaven's eyes, every setback was a setup, every delay was a lesson, every dungeon was shaping him into the man who could wear the crown without losing his soul. God uses delay to deepen your roots, to refine your heart, to remove the Egypt still hiding in your spirit. He uses delay to strip away the pride, the fear, the need for control. He's not just interested in taking you to the promise. He wants to make sure you can keep it once you get there. So don't misinterpret the silence, don't confuse the pause for punishment. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. What looks like nothing is often the soil where everything is growing. Seeds take time to break, time to sprout, time to rise, and so do you. Delay builds strength. Delay teaches trust. Delay presses you into the heart of God in ways success never could, because it's in the waiting that you learn to worship. It's in the holding pattern that your faith finds its wings, and it's in the silence that you hear his whisper the loudest. You may be waiting, but you are not wasting. You are being built, prepared, and purified. And when the time is right, not according to man's schedule, but according to heaven's calendar, God will open the door, release the promise, fulfill the word, and you'll realize Asterisk, the delay was never denial. It was the workshop of destiny. Asterisk, he hasn't forgotten. He's forming, so wait with expectation. Walk with trust, because delay is not the end, it's the beginning of something deeper, greater, and eternal. You are not being led by fate. You are not being tossed about by chance. You are not navigating life alone, left to figure it out in the dark. No asterisk, you are being led by a nail, scarred hand. Asterisk, the same hand that reached into the dust and formed Adam. The same hand that stretched out the heavens, the same hand that healed the sick, broke bread to feed thousands, and wiped tears from the eyes of the broken. That hand now holds your path. This isn't the hand of a distant deity. This is the hand of the Savior who stepped into time, walked the dirt roads of earth, and allowed iron spikes to pierce his flesh. Not just to save you, but to guide you. He didn't just die for your soul. He rose to direct your steps. When you don't know which way to go, remember this. The one leading you has scars that speak. Scars that say, I've been where you are. Scars that say, I know the pain, the struggle, the confusion. Scars that say, you can trust me even in the valley. His leadership is not cold. It is compassionate. It's not robotic. It's redemptive. He doesn't just see the road ahead. He walks it with you, step by step, heart to heart. You may not see the next turn. You may not feel like anything is moving. But the hand that calmed the storm is on your shoulder. The hand that carried the cross is carrying you, and he is not leading you to destruction. He is leading you to destiny. That road may include valleys, detours, and even dark nights. But the presence of scars is the proof of love. Asterisk, the one guiding you has already gone through the worst for you. Asterisk, you are not being driven by force. You are being led by love. Not just any love, a crucified love, a proven love, a victorious love. The path may not make sense, but the hand that leads you is faithful. He knows how to turn ashes into beauty. He knows how to make all things work together for good. Because he's not guessing your future, he's already written it. So when fear whispers that you've missed it, when the enemy lies and says you're lost, lift your eyes, look again, there, just ahead, those footprints in the dust. They're pierced, and they're steady, and they're sure. You're not alone in this journey. You're not abandoned. You're not off course. Asterisk, you are being led by the hand that conquered death, crushed hell, and still bears the mark of how far he was willing to go to lead you home. Asterisk, the nail. Scarred hand is still leading, and it will never let you go. And when God orders your steps, no devil can block them, no man can cancel them, and no failure can stop them. You are being led even when you don't feel it. You are being positioned even when you don't understand it. And you are walking, not in confusion, but in destiny, because God is ordering your footsteps. Amen.